You all right?
I'll be fine.
I was you last week. I know exactly what you're going through.
You didn't have to sit through this championship game, though.
No, but I did sit out our first state title game. It wasn't easy to do.
For all I know, this could be my only shot at it.
Then I guess we'll just have to do this all over again next season, huh?
Good luck out there today.
Thanks.
Who rained on your parade, Little Miss Sunshine?
I am not in the mood for this right now.
It's because you're not playing, I take it.
Like I haven't had a bad enough day already. Now I have to deal with you?
I know you're upset. But that dude Tommy's your brother. And brothers should always have each other's backs. Now wipe that sourpuss look off your face. It's game time.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game. It's the LSU Tigers and the Clemson Tigers.
You okay, son?
Yeah, Coach, I just...
Tommy. You all right, Tommy? We need some help over here! Hurry!
You got my back, right?
Of course. Always.
Then go out there and finish this thing.
One shot. That's all any of us ever really gets. I waited my whole life for my one shot at being a head coach. And here I am. This is your one shot to go out there and show the world who you are. Are you the guy who's going to lead this team to victory? Or are you going to be remembered as the guy who got caught up in the moment and let it all slip away? I know you're worried about Tommy. Sure, we all are. But this is your one moment. Now get after it, son. Get some.
The pressure perhaps getting to this young quarterback as LSU trails at the break. Just one half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengal Tiger offense, if we differentiate them, they are set for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all or nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Sliding out of the pocket. Airing one out deep for Holmes here. And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards. And LSU has jumped out in front. LSU lining up here to go for two. Well, after the departure of Tommy Matthews at the half, the offense able to regroup and put the football in the end zone.
Yeah, that's something they couldn't accomplish in the first two quarters of this game. So finally, finding their way downfield. I think Coach Red O'Brien, he hadn't shown a preference for either quarterback. But this kid who's out there right now, one thing we know about him, he's a fighter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I was just going to say that, Charles. He's a fighter, and he does have plenty of upside. We know that he can lead. You and I, sitting with him this week, didn't you just see a guy who could step into any locker room and control the presence of his teammates?
Well, I just remember when we left that room, you said two things to me. I think this kid's going to be poised under pressure, and to me, he's a natural leader, and I concur with both of those statements.
The Clemson Tiger offense have to specify that. They're set for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarters. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Well, since he's coming to the game at quarterback, 2 trips into the end zone, and this offense starting to look remarkably relaxed.
I love that description because it's evident to me, and it's evident to everyone watching, and now everyone's getting the memo. He's not a backup. He's played just as much as Matthews has this season.
Yeah, that's the thing, Charles. There's the old adage of if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. Well, I think they're taking that script and throwing it right out the window because they're saying we've got 2 quarterbacks, and we like them both.
I love the way you just said that. Not in this case does the old adage hold up. I think we've got a new one. They feel like they've got 2 good quarterbacks, and the offense should respond no matter who's on the field.
Exactly.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Clemson offense back out there ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Cooper. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. Clemson now with a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They run the counter. Jewell. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Cooper. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
Quarterback sack.
Defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. Wyatt on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And he will take this in. Touchdown LSU. Remember, Charles, with Tommy Matthews under center, they weren't able to get the ball into the end zone. They had a single field goal, but he exits the game at half. And this offense since then, they've been on fire. That's the 3rd touchdown in this 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm sorry I jumped in there on you there, partner, but you're exactly right. I was thinking the same thing you were. On fire. 3rd touchdown in the 2nd half. He's taking his offense and squarely put it on his back, and he is actually carrying them, and what they believe, to the national championship podium.
Well, time will tell if they will be on that podium and hoisting that trophy. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Clemson Tiger offense have to specify that. They're set for their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off the bootleg, Cooper. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Possession.
On 2nd down now, Jewell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Now Cooper on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Simpson. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards. And LSU adds on to their advantage.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Clemson takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down, Jewell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now, Cooper, and it's a fumble. It's going the other way.
Cooper's pass complete.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's brought down. Give him 16 yards on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Here's a 1st and goal LSU, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point, is there? And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in. And this offense is running away with this one. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Clemson Tiger offense have to specify that. They're set for their next drive. Cooper on 1st and 10. Walker with a grab, left side.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Cooper will look to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. From the gun, Cooper. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so...
It got his man complete. Past the 20.
Like this.
And he will take this in. Touchdown, LSU. Mason Thibodeau. His guys continue to put this one out of reach. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score, Tigers 48, Tigers 9.
After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Clemson Tiger offense, have to specify that. They're set for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and...
Hold on, guys.
Less than a yard. Cooper now From the gun on 3rd down. And he locates Walker, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
No, I have to play the game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this is picked up by the defense.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Ooh,
and down he goes at the 49.
You think that you're avoiding on KD?
He also dunked on KD.
And I know it sounds crazy.
I don't know, the Lakers, I didn't watch the Lakers, but they lost, huh?
Curry was going on.
Trying to keep them from walking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory.
Damn, I almost had a touchdown. I juked the wrong way.
Big time play there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook. They get the wide receiver the ball running it, and it moves for
love the call. When you got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Wyatt toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Oh, my God.
A pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They really had a good drive going.
Oh, good. Wait,
nice
I'm not doing
recovery
this.
by the defense these past few downs.
Get
Able
in
to knock that one
there.
away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected
Alright,
fourth down here.
guys. I wasn't playing.
Go for this thing.
Oh, let's see. Oh, you good. You woke my magic.
They'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. He can roll, and he will get into the end zone. It's another.
Yes, sir.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot to account for him as a runner, and he was able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
LSU lining up here to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. He'll buy some time right. And they
Hey, look, I did a little spin into there.
Conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there.
Tell me why I do the outside kick.
Under the kicking team, get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and the onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit more about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Yeah, I keep winning. I remember y'all.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision.
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake.
Probably got
He
been
will
making
not
moves.
make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's a little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a
these
little
I
bit
didn't know
here,
that was
trying to
like
make
it.
sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage just switches to their opponent.
That one goes for 13 yards and it moves and sticks.
It's so easy I lose against these.
They can't even throw these days.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still
barely
working
throw
at
the
it,
damn ball.
even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Hey, yeah.
Personally, it's losing like crazy.
Back to throw is Cooper. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go.
I'm gonna try to, but.
Good pickup there. 8 yards in the first down.
I just take this team.
So many ways throwing the hitch route.
I got the phone back.
An offense can do.
We down by 10,
Get the
we
ball
down by
out to the receiver
5.
as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
This team's
7
crap.
yards. And it's 3rd down.
This team's crap.
They changed quarterbacks at half and did not
62 to 9. Dang.
national champions.
Come on, team,
And celebration time on that sideline. It took a change at quarterback as thoughts will turn to the condition of Tommy Matthews. But for now, jubilation.
Guys, the championship. There we go, baby. Let's raise that bad boy up. He hurt.
It's raining over here.
Hello, where the microphone piece? Yeah. Oh, yep. Let's go, guys. So we won a championship, and we beaten Anthony.
Here for Mr. Matthews?
Yes, sir. I'm here for my boy, Mr. Matthews.
But we're only allowing family to go back right now.
That's great, because he's my brother.
Yeah, that's my brother. We're brothers, bro. We're brothers. Singing, we happy and we colors. We brothers. Alright, let's visit Tony. See how he is after our college thing.
You think that's something? You should see it in person.
Oh, man.
You alright, Tony?
So cool.
Why are we this color? What done happened to our color? Why are we white?
You kidding me? I would have missed this for anything. Coach and the guys did their best. They waited as long as they could, but no one knew when you might wake up, so they had to catch their flights back. I told Coach I wasn't about to split up the Heartbreak Kid, so I stayed behind. Make sure you're alright.
Heartbreak Kids.
But hey, they did leave me the trophy. I wanted to make sure you had it when you woke up. How are you feeling, buddy?
Like I said,
It's funny, because that's exactly what I was going to say you look like.
hey, man. Promise me one thing.
What?
Anything.
That you'll come back next year and we win the championship together.
Next know I will, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, stay so we stand another year. Oh, got coronavirus.
She said what caused all this?
Yeah. Something about the stress.
Why? Come sit down.
Flying around the apartment.
Sit down.
The pinnacle of health.
Now I'm not gonna know how to get this shit off me. Wait.
Seriously. You gotta start cleaning up after yourself. It's ridiculous.
Really? Right now?
Good job, guys.
Is that him? He's an hour early. Coach?
My daughter thinks she's going to a
Too disappointed.
but I'm taking her to meet her
No,
dad.
I was expecting Tommy. Come in. Care for a cupcake?
Coach.
So, you here for the party?
No. Give me a minute. Okay, Coach. Actually, I'm here to talk to you about next season.
Yeah, sure, talk away.
Jumping up, running.
Said at the start of the season really stuck with me.
Something good, I hope?
Well, it was something you said about treat your men like your beloved sons. They'll follow you into the deepest valley. And that really got me. It got me thinking about the way I treat you boys.
Oh, now you want to apologize, Coach. I thought I done gave that trophy.
Coach, I really appreciate that.
All that being said, I wanted to go into the off season with everyone on the same page. I figured the best way that we could.
So we ain't starting again. Oh, it's okay. Sorry.
Tommy's gonna be our star.
Oh my gosh.
How could you possibly
Really?
make that decision after the title game? Is Tommy even gonna be able to play?
Yeah, I spoke with his doctor. Valve replacement surgery was great. He's gonna be right as rain.
Just
Really?
don't understand.
I'm happy for him, but how?
It's hard for you to process, and I hope you believe me when I say that I take no joy in making this decision. I stand firmly behind it because, frankly, Tommy's a better fit for the offense.
What? He lying. They got Reggie in the back.
Well, it means that you are at a monumental crossroads in your life, and you've got two choices. You can enter the draft based on what you did last year.
What does Miss Alice want?
But realistically, you're looking at a late round selection, if at all.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it for me.
So.
Well, I'm trying to
Hello?
be honest with you from this moment forward. I'm
Yeah,
giving
my
it to
mom
you
in the
as I would my own
bathroom.
beloved son.
And my other choice?
Well, the way I see it, you got too much raw athleticism to waste sitting on the bench. Talent is a true gift.
Okay.
And it's one that...
Yeah. She said something about bringing the clothes tomorrow. You got someone in your shirt.
Really? Captain.
She called just for that. What needs the clothes go over here so bad?
I'm going to give you the opportunity to show it to them.
And how's that?
You get to pick a new position on offense. Get your heartbreak kids thing going back again.
Heartbreak.
That's rich.
Well, Tommy's already tried recruiting me to come back so we can win the title together.
Does that mean you're in?
Yeah, we in. Might as well go for our second title. Lucky
See
Tony.
how well that worked out for him. Guess I can try too.
The Heartbreak Kids are back, baby.
Alright. Can't never split the Heartbreak Kids. Applying play to get into college.
Always.
I'm sure what's more strange, that interaction or the general cleanliness of this apartment.
Tony.
I'm for real.
How you do? Take all your clothes off like we spell.
4 years old, but you still gonna take?
Let me take.
It wasn't an easy decision at the time.
Senior year.
I don't regret it for a second. Of course, everyone's first.
Alright, first question.
Where am I gonna play?
What position are you going to play? Oh, that's so. So. So.